recorded. Oh. Okay. As a reminder, find the vector and parametric equations of a line. Adam, what's the first thing I need to do?
I would figure out like what you want to do for the vector part of it.
Okay, find the vector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do I want to find vector A, B, B, A, or does it not matter?
A, B.
A, B is convenient, but it doesn't matter. You can do either one.
I do A, B.
5 minus negative 2. No, negative 2 minus 5.
So A, B, end minus start,
Negative 2 minus 5.
negative 2 minus 5, and negative 4 minus 2. So the vector, how you are moving,
Negative 7.
negative 7, negative 6. So that's the vector. Sarah, what do I need to do to get the vector equation of a line?
Sorry.
Then you like
Is this the vector?
you get the vector and then you like multipy it.
Oh, yes.
You like it's like times t, and then you multiply by one of the coordinates. Like you do 5, 2.
So Sarah's saying you can find any xy coordinate. So you need this thing to say, well, what the hell is the stuff you've got tacked on? You said, I'm sorry, you take the vector and you multiply it by t.
Yeah, and then you add that by like 5, 2 or 2, negative 2.
And she said, we need to anchor it down somewhere. And she said, either coordinate A or coordinate B doesn't matter.
Oh, you can use
So
either.
you can use either.
I thought.
Okay, all right. Here we go. So to show you what she just found.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was like, I was ready for this or something.
Wow. That was lucky.
A little bit. So what she just said, pick either coordinate. The coordinate 5, 2, 5, 2. And from there, every second, walk backwards 7, down 6. So that's the path of the line. Could I have time in the past? Could something have happened 1 second ago?
Yeah.
So where was it a second before? So
Somewhere on that line.
that's one way to describe the coordinates, or the path. Hang on, one thing. What was the other coordinate in this problem? It was
Negative, or something negative 4.
negative 2, negative 4. If we wanted to start at negative 2, negative 4, so Sarah said you could use either coordinate. The first one, she said, well, if we used A, we'd get that. But if we used B, it's starting 1 second ahead of time. That's all. So we could use either coordinate, but also, what if we used vector BA? Then it still traces out the same thing. But this is the forward direction. That's the only difference. So when it's just telling a description of the path of the line, all of them describe the same path, but it's a matter of, are you sitting where Sarah's sitting? Are you sitting where Isabel's sitting? Are you moving forward? Or are you moving backwards? But the path is the path. Cool? So Sarah, I kind of cut you off. What you had said all the things though. You use either coordinate.
And then like you combine like the x's together.
Bless you.
Okay, so for those who weren't here, she's saying this stuff in green is the vector equation of a line. Now she's saying how to take the parametric equations out. Parametrics, I want x equals blah, 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 blah. So she said take x equals, and then the x portion of the coordinate, and the x portion of the vector. The vector changes per second or per time, per unit of hours, whatever. So have that t on there.
Yeah.
The y values, she said you needed that one as well. So y equals the y part of your coordinate plus how it's changing in the y direction each time.
Only gotta stay focused.
You know? Yeah, you can start to stop betting for rookie of the year.
Okay, so,
Oh, shit.
here's a question for you.
We're both in. Oh. I think you're gonna say that. Yeah, I gave some weight. That's right.
How do we plot this one? How do I draw?
So,
Tell me a coordinate that I know.
-2, 3.
-2, 3. Milea, why do we know that coordinate?
Because of the X.
Okay, well, because that, but when time is 0, that vector goes away, so -2, 3.
Oh.
And then you go right 5, up 3.
So at 1 second, which is go to the right 5 and up 3, -2 plus 5 is
I like
3. 3 plus 3 is 6. But he also said, just as a dot, he said, do the vector, move over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's my path. Did that give me the coordinate 3, 6?
Yes.
Is it a coincidence or does math work?
I like
Math
this.
works.
Yeah, math works. I love it when that happens.
Who doesn't
guys.
love math?
Is there a point in
Most
math?
of you, actually.
The best feeling.
Sorry?
Is there a point in math
When
where
you
it just doesn't
do the math and it actually works.
There's a point in math where 1 equals 0 and 1 doesn't equal
But then you get it
1.
wrong.
I had a college class where we proved everything was finite and infinite at the same time. So I was like, cool.
So math, once you get good at it, it becomes theories.
Well, there's theoretical math, which people that really like math, it's just beautiful. It's free. It's like cool. There are actually.
You show the
videos
dresses
of,
in the
here's this crazy math thing, and it's visual. It's a shape, and you guys are like, oh, that's a pretty shape. Why is it a pretty shape? Because of the math.
I don't like geometry as well.
What? That's what I mean.
Because it's like they had me solve the
They didn't.
But there's
Okay,
3 problems.
solidly,
No, there's the same problem.
the way that geometry is taught right now, you're right, is poop.
3 times.
I agree.
Different day.
I don't know.
Okay, people,
Yeah, that's where. I don't get it. You go to prom 3 times.
with the person next
Maybe,
to
like,
you,
pick
don't
one
get out of
good.
your seats.
You go to prom 3 times.
Want to try this?
Nah.
Gianna's the
So you just, like,
fly,
pick one to go to.
Monica's the spider. They are on paths that will cross.
Okay.
Do their paths cross at the same time? Does the fly get away with its life, or does the spider have a snack?
Yeah, smack
So-
snag that thing.
So I want you to work with your partner to take a couple minutes. Does the spider and the fly, do they meet at the same time? Look at the equations. This is a tough question. Yes.
Yo, bro.
You want me to answer something before?
You heard what happened later.
Wait, Kate, why didn't you do your homework before? It was easy. You could have finished it in class.
You don't remember when he was sleeping?
I was watching the video on laser this morning.
You remember when he was?
It was like,
Anybody remember when this happened? Hear that? What? Oh, get to the end of the note.
William, the phone is not needed to do the thing. Think about where you are and where you're going.
why is he angry?
Yo, what about Brody?
So I think hold on, bro.
I feel like
I don't feel like
that's why.
Yeah. So then you go to point that to last, right? And that's kind of and then so every 1 second, right?
They don't cross, bro.
One,
They don't cross, but they go through each other. But they don't cross at the same time, and then you fly gets away.
How do we know they don't go to the same time?
and then
The
you
graph,
They don't end at the same
And then
point.
I see the fly.
No, nothing about it.
and then you see where like
This is what
zero,
I
wait, look. At 0 seconds, they're at -2.5. Is the spot spiders at -2.5? Yeah. The fly is at 1.1. At 1 second, the spider's at -1.3, and the fly is at 0.2. Okay. So listening. Oh, yeah, 0.2. And then at 2, the spider's at 0. 0.1, and the fly at 2 seconds is going to be at -1.
I did it from the finish. I didn't do it.
-1.3. Wait, how are you plugging these in?
So, look, they cross, but the spider's there at 1 second and the fly's there at 2 seconds, so the fly gets away.
Where did you get negative?
Who let it cook? I don't understand how you're plugging these in. I just
Really,
really
it's the fly's there 2 seconds, the spider's there at 1 second.
What you want from me, bro?
Yeah, what numbers are you putting in?
My graph in here? Well, so you start at -5, you should just add 1 and add -2.
Yeah. And then what? Keep going with that. Oh, and then you add negative, or
And then
one
you add
and
1 and
negative
then
to
the
the
number
next
you
point.
got. Yeah. So you just keep going. Make it test out.
Okay, so
Crazy.
what do you think?
What?
Isabel, get off the phone.
I don't have a.
Someone not Nick. Make someone.
I'm good.
Fernando, does the spider get the fly or does the fly get away?
Actually, never mind. I don't know.
Yeah, Nick?
The fly gets what?
What?
The fly gets away.
The fly gets away? Why?
Because at the coordinate -1, 3, the spider gets there in 1 second, and the fly gets there in 2.
Okay,
Boom.
so, okay.
Who let him cook?
I need math to help us. So, William had said the spider's S vector is -2 plus T, and the spider's Y vector is 5. You are being recorded. Just letting you know. So the spider's X value and the spider's Y value. The path for the fly, Gianna, were you the spider or were you the fly? You were the fly?
I'm the spider.
Hey, Gianna got away.
So here's the X values and here's the Y values. Paths of them. So Monica's looking at me like, what the heck, man? Do you see what I did? All I did was take the X's apart and the Y's apart. So I want to know.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you know, like, I got those things, but like, how do you know which one is faster?
Okay, I don't.
You plug them in.
I want to know. Right. There's the fly. There's the spider. Did they cross? Did they get to the same X and Y value at the same time? Well, I'm gonna do this. What time was the spider's X value the same as the fly's Y value? Solve for T. Add T to both sides. Add 2 to both sides.
They both had -1 T, but it was one was at X, one was at 1 second, and the other was at 2 seconds. So they just you know.
Okay, at 1.5 seconds, they're gonna be horizontally up in the same spot. In 1.5 seconds, 3 over 2 times 2 is -3. So the Y value of the spider is gonna be 2. the y value of the fly is gonna be 2.5. So fly just gets away,
Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Do you see this? I figured out that two is in the line.
So, and I think that's kind of what Tay did, so I wasn't able to see what your reasoning was, but he was like, they're not in the right place. Question? No.
No, you don't.
So you could have taken either equation. When are the y's equal or when are the x's equal? Find that time, put it into the other equations. If they're the same, spider gets a snap.
Spider is not.
But he does not snap today. Okay,
Oh, I got it. I already know the answer.
No, you don't.
all right, guys, take a worksheet.
Bro thinks he's still.
Oh, that's outcome.
Dude, bro, it doesn't, you don't know it. It's literally one vote.
Oh wait, I have a bunch of. Oh,
Yeah,
oh shit, what the
Okay, sorry, there's a whole stack of them. Did you get one? Not yet.
One, and then
Did you get one?
one would be, oh, cheese one.
Why is
So one, give up.
Alright, it's F. It's F.
Why?
So let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you disagree?
Because then if you look at the
Everybody get a
expression,
worksheet.
y minus 2 is equal to x, right?
Yeah.
So then you have to add 2, so it's
Okay,
x plus
guys, so hold on.
William's a genius.
I'd like you guys to spend 5 or 10 minutes trying to match these. Like, see if you can finish the worksheet, and then we'll talk about it.
Just
Right,
plug
work
0
with
T,
somebody?
plug in 1. No.
But don't get immediately on the phone, please.
Plus 2. Just plug it to your phone and then just plug it to your phone. And see what
Kinda, but can you
Oh,
somehow figure out
yeah,
which one
okay,
of
F
these graphs
Okay,
matches
Okay,
that
so say if x is 1, right?
What's the strategy?
And this t is 1. So you just plug in 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. So
Okay, well, how do you know?
right there is 1. X is 1. See that?
X and one.
Okay, so if x is 0, right?
Yeah.
And you plug in 0 plus 2. So 0 plus 2.
Okay, so just plug in numbers.
Hang on, guys. Sarah? So, guys, hold on.
You cooked.
Strategies for doing this. Monica said first eliminate the ones that don't work. She doesn't see any squares in the problem, so she says this one's not gonna be there.
This one's a.
There's no exponents other than, like, is this gonna be a curvy thing or is it gonna be a straight thing? Straight, so we're gonna throw out all of these curves. It's gonna be a line. So it's either this one, it's E or F. William, how did you know which one it was gonna be?
I know it's after this increasing. That one's decreasing. But I also plotted it out in my head.
Okay, the slope is positive, so it's gonna be F.
I think you're right, but I think
Okay,
is this one
so
is 3.
work through the next couple.
What's a
Which is, yeah.
What's a root graph?
Plug in 1.
It's like the square root
Is it,
or
doesn't hit negative.
cube root.
so it's half. So it's
Oh, maybe it does. It does. Yeah, it does. So it's a.
So number 2, you could, yes,
Negative 3/4 is the slope.
negative 3/4 is the slope because x equals t, plug in x for t, and yeah. I mean,
It's going downwards.
yeah. Negative slope goes through the origin, cool. Okay? Nick and Van, you guys said, we're done.
Yeah.
This one, is it the straight line?
No,
No, why not?
because of the square root.
Square root, okay. So what, how do I get the right answer? What do I see?
Can I?
Okay?
Well, for what me and Van did, we plugged in 1. Plug in 1.
For t?
Yeah.
Okay,
So if you plug in 1 for t, root 1 is 1. And if you plug in
so that's the x that you're finding.
yeah, and then the y equal 1. So if you look at C, you got 1, 1. And if you look at every other graph, there's no 1, 1.
Okay, so that is one valid way to do it. One coordinate, but what if it works for more than one place?
Then you would have to do more plugging in.
Wait, look at that there.
Okay, so you have to just ask, does that work every time? If you pick a time and you get a coordinate and you did your calculations correctly, if there's only one thing that has that coordinate on it, yeah, that's gonna work. Yes?
I did it like since it's a square root, you know you can have a negative x or a negative y, not with negative positive.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a really
great.
good way to do it.
So, Isabella just said time can't be negative. You can't do square root of a negative, so there shouldn't be
Okay.
x values where it's negative.
Okay, next.
So none of these guys should exist. However, this one doesn't have any negative x values, so you might need to do another check to make sure that you get this one, but that's good reasoning as well. I think
See,
the easiest thing is to eliminate the parameter, but we can do whatever.
if there was another one with 1, 1, I would just put like 4.
We try another coordinate, okay?
But I would use a coordinate that's able to be square rooted.
Okay. Well, what's your instinct with this one?
I did. It's like I saw the t squared, I started using b, then I saw t minus 2.
Okay, so he says, I saw the squared and I started to think of the b. Okay, and he saw the minus 2, so the whole thing maybe is vertically shifted down 2. That's good reasoning. But it's instinct, which I like. But is there a mathy way to say, yes, he's right because? Oscar?
What do we do? We plug in the numbers.
Okay, so if you actually use the equation and say t is the square root of x.
That's a lot.
And square root of x shifted down to is this. And now I can have negative times, -1 squared is +1, and that can go to the square root. Can you see that? Thank you. So I agree it's b. Mm-hmm. Okay, gross. Peter, what's your instinct?
Yeah, so I went with A.
You went with A?
That's what it's.
Why?
Yeah, because it's the only one with that kind of like equation, because it's the 1/2 that is also shifted with the y upwards.
Okay,
I just plugged in 1.
plug in 1 and you get the coordinate 1, 3. Okay. But Peter's doing it like thinking about rational functions. T equals 1/x if I solved. And he said, he didn't say rational function, but he's like, well, A and B are the only rational function looking things. Why does it have that gap? Green, what is this called on an equation? Vertical asymptote, yeah. And I know that this one's gonna have a vertical asymptote where this function's got a 0, like in the denominator. So Peter, yeah, I agree with you, it's A. Next page.
I'm looking to that too. What rank are you? Isn't there like a long plug-in though?
Okay, so Nick,
Yes.
he's trying your trick of plugging in 1 for T.
Hey, he's trying my trick.
Okay, all right, well, he's the one that stood up at the board.
Shots
William,
fired.
when T is 1, what is X? Is it 2?
1/2.
It's 1/2. It's 1/2, and what's the Y value?
-1.
Oh, I messed up my negative.
Okay, so it's 3/-3, which is -1. So if you were to do that, when x is positive 1/2, you want a negative 1, it looks like D. So this is working to choose a single t value. Keep in mind, if it's not a matching thing and we ask you to just eliminate the parameter and get the equation, be able to solve. Here t equals 2x. So y equals 3 over 2x minus 4. It's going to have a vertical noted x equals 2, blah, blah, blah. Va bene?
But, okay, hypothetically, if you plugged in 4, right? So 1/2 times 4, that's 2, right?
So t equals 4, the x coordinate is 2, I agree.
So then the y coordinate would be 0.
No, 3 divided by 0, what's 3 divided by 0?
Oh, that's not true. That's where I was wrong. I thought it was gonna be that.
So there's going to be a vertical s and noted x equals 4.
Oh, that's why that's what
Or t, sorry, at t equals
That's
4,
why
against robots.
which is x.
Trash fires.
Okay, what do you think, Sarah, crazy? No. Spider and fly problem, is that crazy?
Like with old babies now.
So Nick, if I gave you a spider and fly problem on the quiz, could you do it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Gianna, how about you? She's the one that's being honest. She just did a little, no, maybe
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
not.
Who said I wasn't being honest? I did it. I didn't even honest. That was, no, I am being humble, but
So
that
Sarah,
was
this
shot.
is kind of dumb.
That was shot fired.
Nah.
He just called me dumb.
I did not. Interpret my words how you will. I did not call you dumb.
I look, you do not cook something.
You don't look like that.
Oh, no more.
Yo, yeah, did you have more? Did you only give me one?
Or just give out 4.
Y'all don't get it. This fast guy activity needs to pay for it.
Did everybody get a sheet? Joey did not. and Amanda did not.
Oh, wait, I have one there.
This is like 3 minus 4. 9 minus 4.
5, not negative.
Oh, yeah.
I recommend.
So let's get it right here. Okay, so 2, 5. 2, 5 is the negative.
Whereas the denominator is 0, when x is 2, that's going to have a north
Now, the Korean academic.
Is that what you got?
Hold on. Oh, are you using the terminal point or the initial terminal?
Hey.
I'm gonna use that
Oh
one.
yeah, I use it too.
Oh, use that one
B,
though?
use B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that.
It makes more sense to say that. I usually use A, but I just saw it after the first one, like I'll do that.
1 plus 2 T 5
Alright,
plus.
guys, this is something of a review.
It doesn't matter,
for
right?
parametrics.
4 plus 5 T.
It doesn't matter though, right?
Yeah, it is matter.
No, it does not.
When we use B, we use the A, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
it's not
Sarah,
matter.
you said you didn't know the spider
Alright.
fly problem.
5 plus 2. 1
I'm using A.
No, I'm using B again.
Do you finish off the question? Like,
What'd you get?
so just solving for
5 plus 7
is
T.
that how you find
Yeah.
it?
Minus
What's our path? This guy is, what is he? He's,
Is it gonna get?
the volume,
Please don't get.
I don't know.
No, please don't.
Yeah, don't.
Yo, did you get 0 for the first part of the vector?
Negative 1 plus 1. Yeah, 0.
Lines eat bunnies, right?
0, 2. Yeah.
Yep.
0, 2.
Are bunnies like
So you just have
Negative. If you're using B as the parametric equation, then it's
Zero, like
negative
this
1, right?
0, no T.
T is either of them. It's
I
just
just minus.
negative 1.
Minus 1.
Yeah, it's negative 1.
3,
Why? Are you using B, Adam?
Yeah.
You use B for everything.
It's the last one.
7 plus
Next one.
7 plus 2T.
2 letter plus.
I'm doing number 1.
I already know.
Which one are you doing?
I'm not. Sarah was like, I don't understand about the spider and the fly problem, so we're trying to make a lion and a bunny problem. I think they're gonna miss it because I'm not doing math well in my head. So do their paths cross? Probably.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
If I was to plot the lion from 1, 1, we went to the right 2, up 4. So there's my lion and the bunny, starting at
Wait, how do you do this?
-2, 1. We go over 3, up 2.
Over 2, 2.
So their paths cross.
Sorry.
But, like, if the lion's running across the path where the rabbit's already long gone, the rabbit's fine. He's not going to get eaten. So we need to know,
Boom, I got it.
did they hit this spot at the same time? So let's find out what time their x values were the same. Because their x values are the same here, and here, and here, and here, and there. Here.
It's like when you're graphing.
I think I did too much.
I'm anchoring it. I'm anchoring it at the coordinate I was given. So let's, the lion,
Wait, what do you do?
the x value of the lion, 1 minus 2. The x value
I
of
go
the
2,
bunny,
1, 2, 1.
How'd you,
Yeah, the vector is 2, 1.
plus 3.
how'd you get 2, 5?
Because
Okay,
Those are the numbers up there.
so what time are they in the same x
t
spot?
and y 5 plus 5t because same class.
Add 2 t.
2 and 5, 20.
Is that what she's expecting right now?
I don't think so.
She's expecting
Gross numbers, because we picked them out of nowhere. All right. So at that time, what's the y value for the lion? The y value for the lion is 1 plus
Just get
3/5 times the y value,
5
right? And the y value of the bunny
t, which is 1,
is 1 plus 3/5
and 2 is 1 plus 2.
times 2.
Oh,
Really, really close,
oh, hold on.
but not exactly the same.
So,
The lion might be able to move this
if you want to, oh, it's that thing we were doing beforehand where it's like solve for x or y and then, so it's like a
Well, what I did was I
minus,
subtracted 5.
hold on.
It's like.
Subtract.
Yeah.
But let me see yours.
Taylor, did that come to
I did this whole equation.
I mean, it's tricky-ish.
I did this whole equation, subtracted 5, so I could make t
The
alone.
y
Yeah,
value-
yeah, yeah.
So y minus 5 is equal to
Y
t.
minus 5
If the
equals
y
t.
values were the
So you
same,
plug
it's
in t
equal
there.
to
X is equal to
So then
2
you have-
times
So then
Lions
2
have
times.
y minus 5 plus 2. And I solved that, got to this. But I don't know.
Then you have 2y minus 10 plus 2.
What we did-
Equals 2y
What we did here,
minus 8.
Yeah.
Equals x. Yeah.
But then you have to add 8 and divide by 2.
That is.
so
Yeah, so
this first thing, I'm
But
taking the 2x
when you
equations
divide
and
it by,
saying, what
you
time are
divide
the
it
x
by
values the same?
2.
And then,
Don't you, do you also divide by x by 2?
Wait, that means y equals 4. No, you don't need to do that. Yeah. You leave it as 2y minus 8.
what are the y values at that time? If the y values are the same, then
go.
Okay.
all over.
5 plus x plus.
Why do you leave it like that?
Worksheet that you just got, that's the review,
Solve it in one.
doing it.
Yes, you can. You could add the
Not
8
in
to
your bag,
x.
shouldn't be in your
Okay,
bag,
wow.
build it.
And then
It's
x plus 8,
not actually
x plus 8 divided by 2 equals y. What does that solve to?
I don't know.
That's how you're natural.
But like,
Does it make you happy at night?
you can't,
Sure.
it's the same
What's
thing.
the
You have
word
to keep
you
going.
got?
You can't just stop. Okay, but either way, I still don't understand what do we solve for that?
Which question?
Number 4.
Number 1?
4.
4.
So,
Okay,
which you get now?
guys, number 4 in here, I don't know what the issue is yet, but you gotta solve for t, and then tell me what kind of equation it is. the description of identify the graph. If it looks like that, what is it called? Linear. If it looks like this, what is it? Quadratic or a parabola?
Oh, so 4 is linear, and the equation was 2y minus 8 equals x.
Okay, I'll believe you.